I yawned too long and I couldn't get to the button to hit my mic. And I was like, oh, I can't. Oh, God. Okay, there you go. Hey, folks, what's up? So we have got a jam-packed episode for you. Holy cow.
Jam.
See, now I kind of do want some jam. Oh, jam. Damn it. Remember that music, man? That was like...
The New Jack Swing.
Yes.
New Jack Swing.
I think I might need to watch New Jack City. Anyway, sorry, folks. I had a senior moment. You know, when you see people like they have flashbacks of like Nam, they're like, they have those moments where they get like a garbage can fall. Like I had that moment when you did that. I had a moment of like, yeah, man, we was wearing some big pants and just patent leather shoes, chilling. We had on suits with denim shorts and patent leather shoes. It was a wild time. Anyway, folks, all right. Sorry. Look, we have a really cool K-drama. We've got another comic that I think would make a really cool K-drama. We have just one that is awesome from one of our favorite publishers.
Yep.
And another publisher has made a great leap onto another platform. And also they've got an app and we've got more. It's a lot. It's a lot. But you know what? This is what we do. We're going to give this to you. Robert, are you ready?
I am ready.
All right, folks, let's make sure I don't hit the wrong button this time. Let's go. Hey, folks, what's up? This is TBA News, your comics culture edition episodes presented by the Hungry Bleak channel. I am Antonio Pomares, a.k.a. the Hungry Bleak, the hungriest man in the room.
I am Robert Jeffrey II, Rob the Writer, known on these writing streets.
The first of the writers. That's what we'll say. So, how are you doing, Robert?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Been a good week so far. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right. Happy tax day, everyone. Sorry. Make sure you do them. If you haven't had the extension, make sure you do them, please.
Don't get caught up.
Yeah, please file. Please file. Okay, please file. I was last minute. I do mine online. I admit, because I just didn't. I don't like giving this. I'll let the political talk go actually, because I have a whole thing that. Anyway, but if you're upset about taxes, happy new comic book day. There was a bunch of comics that came out. Jeez. There's a bunch. So enjoy all the new comics out there, or get a comic that's new for you. Might be old for somebody else, but it's going to be new for you. So there you go. Check that out.
Really.
All right.
As long as you're reading comics.
Yeah, as long as you're reading comics and as long as you're reading.
Yes.
Black folks, do not take reading for granted, please. They used to kill us for that shit. I'm in a different place this week. I totally am. I'm in a different place this week. But you know what gets me in a good place? 615 Comics.
Yes,
Robert.
Yes. So today I wanted to give my thoughts on a series that's new to me. Evora Leigh, a new breed, and I picked up issues 1 and 2 a couple of months ago. Like a month or so ago. So this is one of the I don't know if this is the first series from 615, but I know it's a part of the larger universe that he's building. And the series focuses on Evora Leigh Smith. She is the first of her kind, the first new breed of humans, but right now she is on the hunt for her parents, who she believes were taken by Well Labs, a scientific and technological organization that aims to enhance the human race. She quickly finds out that finding her parents won't be her only obstacle. Evora Leigh must learn to control her anger and developing powers if she is going to get her parents home alive. So that's what gets you into the series. It's like it gives you kind of a brief synopsis of what's going down. And I will say that the first issue hits hard. It opens up big. One of the things I love about these first 2 issues is that Malcolm, and let me actually put some respect on the name of this creative team so I can make sure I'm getting this right. So creator and writer Malcolm McFadden, line and cover artist, please forgive me if I mispronounce the name, Ari Ibi Tolu Walese, Colorist is Success Ikupolate, and lettering Samuel Eddie Economy. So all in all, overall, the team kills it on this book. But one of the things that, like I said, jumps out to me is that from the opening page, and this is crucial to get people interested in your work, is that it hits hard. The action is it opens up with Evora breaking into the Wells lab to look for her parents. And the one thing I will say is I'd hate to be working security that night, because everybody's getting their asses whooped this in this book, and it didn't matter if you were the janitor, if you were the cafeteria worker, if you were the private security. Everybody was catching hands. I am a huge fan of telekinesis. I go back to the 1990s Jean Grey School of Telekinetic Abilities, and that's with like kind of a force-based ability. And I love how her abilities are used in this book. It's energy manipulation abilities, shielding, offensive blast, telekinetic grabs. I'm trying to find a scene like you see her with the shielding taking down these robotic soldiers when she's at the laboratory. And there's one page in particular, I don't have it pulled up on here, but if you get the first issue, it is page 7, where it is a full page panel where she is literally tossing people through the wall, and the desks are just like being pushed against the soldiers and the unfortunate corporate worker that was working late that night. Like, she is just whooping butt all across the board. So like her abilities are on point, and the story. The another thing about the story is that her struggle to find her family, and I say it with me now, Fast and Furious. So that is essential to these two issues opening up Evora's story. But issue 1 is a lot of action, but I think even within that, you get Evora's narration and inner dialogue, which does a great job of building up the conflict, but also her own personal struggle. So including finding her parents and keeping her anger in check. So I think Malcolm does a really good job of like the dialogue mainly being in her head, inner monologue, but it's just like, it's not just say, use like, I got to use ability 5, not that. It's like she is actually, you see her character development with the narration, and I think that's huge with issue 1. Issue 2 gives us more of the backstory of her family and the further ramifications or the fallout of what happens in issue 1. But one character that we get introduced to that I am in love with is Subject 14. She is a great foil for Evora. She can throw hands. She can throw hands. And I think that she is going to be a very good, excellent antagonist for Evora over the series or wherever it goes. So and I also love the fact I love to travel, so there is a Bill Bixby traveling hero vibe to this, where Aurora is going from city to city trying to figure out the mystery of what happened to her parents. So that's another thing that I like. It's not that she's like literally like she's fighting crime, and there's nothing wrong with that, but this story, I think, is her trying to find her parents. So that's not going to keep her in one location. So that's something like the travel nerd in me enjoyed. But overall, I really enjoyed the first 2 issues. I think that to our last episode, when Antonio spoke about 615 Comics, I'm really enjoying the universe that's being built, and especially if this is like me getting on the ground level, I can only I'm hyped to see kind of where it goes from here. And this is Subject 14, in all her glory. So all in all, I love it. The story, the art, the character design, the lettering, just works overall. But yeah, Evora Leigh, a new breed, or the new breed, go and pick it up from 615 Comics. I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed this.
Yeah, when again, Instagram starts knowing what I actually, because I've chiseled down, like I said, I've chiseled down my damn feed. And I want to say this is the first comic that 615 has put out, or at least this is how I was introduced to them. And I was like, oh, this looks cool. Went and hit the Kickstarter, got it maybe a couple of days or so later. And I was like, oh, snap. I love like you were saying about the story. The story is so good and writing is great. but there's a point where the writing and the art kind of melds perfectly because as she's talking about her struggles to control her powers and then her family and then thinking about her family makes her angry, which then makes her lose
Yeah.
control of her powers. It's written, but it's also shown in the art as well because you can almost tell when she's thinking about her family because her powers are just out of control because she's so angry and everything. But I love that. I definitely love the mirror
Yeah.
image of protagonist and antagonist. This is what got me into 615.
No.
I strongly recommend to check out some of their other stuff. They're
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
doing it
Definitely.
great. Malcolm has got something gold here. He's
Hmm.
definitely got something great here. Um, I want to see more from him, but I want to see what he does with the stuff that he has here.
Yeah.
Like I want to see what he has with the series that he already has out. I want obviously I want this world to expand. I want 615 to be big and huge, everything and great,
Hmm.
as big as Malcolm wants to be. But I also want to see what he's doing with these characters so far. And I mean, haven't been disappointed with anything. So yeah, I mean, congratulations to 615 Comics actually doing it. I might have to reach out to Malcolm.
I
Might have to
mean,
reach out to brother Malcolm.
yeah.
I've always wanted to say brother Malcolm. I never had an opportunity, but I just thought of it right now. Yeah, to reach out to him and ask if he'd enjoy joining us
Yeah.
uh
I mean, that would be
this
perfect.
summer. I mean, because that would be awesome. I would love to talk comics and if he's an anime, what have you, everything
Mhm.
geek. So yeah, that would be awesome. So yeah, this is definitely one to pick up and 2 issues. So you're gonna get a lot of depth and story,
Yep.
which is awesome. Uh, so Evora Leigh was a comic that's new to you, but there was a new comic that came out. I want to say last week. I want to say, and that
Mhm.
was Royals. That's just from Image Comics.
Okay.
Um, Story is from Derek Kirk Kim. Artist from Jacob Perez, and production is from Rich Fawkes. Hope I'm pronouncing your name properly. I'm never sure how to pronounce the name when it's Fowlkes. Fawkes. So I just want to say Fawkes. There we go. So basically, this is a story of twins, Paul and Castor, and they have this perfect heist thing going where they're gonna getting out poker hustle. They go into poker games, big televised poker games as well that are like on on like ESPN or whatever the hell channel they show them on now, and they have this hustle heist thing going where uh, the one brother will play and the other brother will tell him what cards he's watching
Mm.
because they have a telepathic link. So as he's watching and he's watching other players, he'll go, "Oh, that player has a 5 of diamonds. This player has a joke, whatever it is," and going through that. And I love a good heist.
Yeah.
I love a good caper. I love a good scam. I love a good long con. In comics, movies, anything like that, but particularly in comics, because I think it's a hard thing to do if possibly you've never run a con or a scam.
Yeah.
And it's almost like you have to write it in reverse, like this is what I want. Now, how do I get to this? And actually researching different cons, different scams from 3 Card
Mhm.
Monte to the Spanish prisoner to there are a bunch of cons out there. Don't ask me. I lived a long life before I was on the mic. Just relax, folks. Relax. I've lived a long life. So I absolutely love that. The fact that there's also Korean characters, which will be a theme on the show. Um, which I love. I love comics that take me into different cultures, different lands that I'm not so familiar with, because then it's new for me, not just the story or the comics or the creators, but also the environment, and I love that fact. The brothers are very like you have the one brother. I believe I'm trying to remember which brother's which. I'm actually going to bring up the page. I can't remember which brother's which, but the one brother's smooth, sophisticated, good looking, hot guy, what have you, and the other one is a little more timid, what have you. The hot brother was a championship fighter, so he's all chiseled and jacked and everything. Walks into a room, everyone's looking at him. Obviously, he's the guy that your attention is on. But the other brother can hide in the shadows and can help with with the scam, the con, the hustle. But they end up taking from the wrong person during one of these big televised card games. They end up taking from this leader, the leader of this gang, which is called, excuse the name, the Bloody Cocks, the most ruthless criminal syndicate in Seoul. Obviously, they mean chickens.
Yeah.
But it's actually kind of funny too, because I have a bit of a dark sense of humor and a mature sense of humor, like this. But I love the fact that it's in Seoul, like South Korea, and it's this crime, um, almost buddy cop kind of because of the banter between the two brothers.
Mhm.
You definitely feel it. They've crafted a great, and this is going to be a 5-issue, I want to say, limited series. I love that amount of time.
Yeah.
Especially if you're going to have something like a cape or something like that, what have you. But hopefully that possibly this 5-issue run for this limited series, maybe they end up getting 5 more issues for another story where they go somewhere else trying to do this, depending on where the story goes. But I love the two brothers, their love for one another, but also their antagonizing each other, going back and forth. Where the one brother is really, just a libido walking. The other brother wants to find someone, but he has a very dark personality and sense of humor. And he ends up meeting a woman. And they go on kind of this date, and they just talk about things that they don't like and being very self-deprecating. But it was very endearing and sweet. You have that along with this crime story about what are they going to do when this guy comes after them.
Yeah.
What's going to happen there? I love the levels and mix of stories. So definitely go pick up Royals. Only 1 issue is out so far. They've actually got some, I wonder if I can show, they've actually got some nice variables too. Excuse me. I'm not a big variable person as far as like covers, but I thought these were very cool.
Ooh.
They just have a definite feel to them. Very bloody, very K-drama. I believe this is going to be the cover of the trade when it comes out. And I think it's supposed to be a hardcover trade too, which is awesome. So, I mean, congratulations to them for already having that, locked in. So, yeah, I'm definitely a fan of Royals. I saw it a few weeks back before it came out, and I was like, oh, what's this about? And I read it, and I was like, bet, yeah. So when it came out, I definitely had to jump on it and check it out. So Royals, definitely pick it up. This is my introduction also to Derek Kirk Kim, who wrote Last Mermaid and Same Difference, and artist Jacob Perez, who's done Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Okay. Nice.
So I'm a fan of that. So yeah, definitely check this out. Love a good crime gripping thing, but then putting in the telepathy and brothers, I was like, yeah, bet. All right, cool.
It kind of reminds me of like the beginning of Casino, where when De Niro caught the two guys trying to he broke my hand, man. So it would be interesting to see like if they started going to different countries where poker and gambling is key, just to kind of see how that would work. So yeah.
That's what I was thinking. If they end up, if this is a really popular show, which I think it should be, and it definitely has earned a right to be, if they go to different places doing this, and then you find maybe a little more backstory about them, about brothers, and the whole telepathy thing, and like I don't need an origin story for the telepathy. Don't tell me anything like what have you. Just have it be what it is, because twins have that kind of thing anyway. So don't really do it, please. So yeah. But I mean, staying on the whole background of Korea being a phenomenal for stories and such.
Yeah. Bloodhounds. This series, I will say that first of all, I've seen this. We're going to talk about season 2. So the first season came out 3 years ago, and when the season ended, I thought that was going to be it. A lot of international series will just do 1 season or maybe just a couple of seasons. And I had heard nothing about this. So like, I think it was like late last year or maybe it was earlier this year when I saw season 2. Actually, I think what happened was on Netflix, because Bloodhounds was saved on my list, it said season 2 was coming up. I was like, what? So, and so I got like excessively hyped because I really enjoyed the first season. The series focuses on two friends who are boxers, and they are. I'm going to try to get these. Please forgive me if I mispronounce the names. But the main character on the left here is Kim Gun-woo, and the character on the right is Hong Woo-jin, and both respectively played by Woo Do-hwan and Lee Sang-yi. And what the series focuses on is that they're up and coming boxers. In the first season, they cross paths with a evil businessman who's just like, hardcore bad, and running this like criminal thing about like the kingpin in like Seoul, and they have to contend with him and his henchmen or whatever. And there's more to the story, but in this season, we see them actually locking fist or horns with this. I'm trying to think. He is a loan shark. That's what it is. It is a they have to deal with an evil loan shark who is running an underground fighting league, and oftentimes these fights are to the death. And the cool thing about this season is that our main character, Kim Gun-woo, he can whoop butt like the best of them. Like he is now he is a title holder. In the first season, we saw him actually trying to rise to the point where he could start taking title matches. And in this one, he actually, spoiler in the first episode, wins a title belt, and that's how he kind of pops up on the radar of this evil loan shark. But then also because he wants to make him become a participant or an unwilling participant or fighter, and that's where the hijinks ensue. I did not know that the series was based on a webtoon manga. I think the first season is adapted from the webtoon manga. I think the second season is an original story, but the action in this series is insane. And the fight choreography, what I love is it's focusing on a style of fighting boxing. And, both of these guys, they don't know martial arts. Anything that involves legs, they whoop butt with their hands. And the other thing that I love about the directing of this, and same thing with a lot of action movies, is that there aren't any close-ups, like excessive close-ups where you can't see the fighting. And we have a lot of long and wide shot takes, which allow for the fighting to be seen in all of its awesome glory. When I tell you, I get hyped when I see them, they're about to just like throw fists. That is not me overstating the fact. This has some of the best action that I've seen in a televised series in a while. And especially with it being focused on boxing, it is something that I think people who enjoy boxing would appreciate. Now, definitely these are choreographed scenes, but there is something that I think that we don't get a lot of when it comes to, kind of fight movies or fighting, action TV shows, which Bloodhounds shows. It just shows an appreciation for boxing. So the second season is out right now. It's 8 episodes. I'm halfway through the season, but what I will tell people is like definitely watch the first season. And also the thing that I also love is the I don't want to say bromance, but like the friendship that builds between these two characters is amazing. And also the group of let's say allies that they grow. They're just very kind-hearted, spirited people, and it's cool. You find yourself rooting for them just to win, and the action can be brutal at times. That is one thing I will say. So if you don't like broken bones, or you don't like people getting hit upside the head, or just this probably ain't for you. But if you love a really well choreographed fight scene with a solid story and really earnest performances, I think Bloodhounds is a series that you should check out. But I was so hyped to hear that they were getting a second season for this, and I've been trying to spread the gospel to as many people as possible. But I love the series and how South Korea handles they show an appreciation for genre TV, sci-fi, fantasy, horror, and then action, crime dramas like this. So, and this is, just yet another example of that. So I highly recommend this for folks to check out.
Yeah, this is a great. I've only been able to watch a couple of the episodes from the first season so far,
Mhm.
but within the first, what's it, maybe 20 minutes or so, you
Yeah.
fall for these characters and you want them to win. When they're
Hmm.
at like after the boxing tournament
Yep.
and they go out to eat and the way that they're speaking, and then when we
Yes.
found out that they were both Marines,
Hmm.
and he keeps calling him sir, and he stands up to salute him and everything,
Hmm.
and there's definitely this really just love there that you can see because they're bonded by not just being boxers,
Hmm.
not just being Marines having served, but just being these two guys over food, and they're just like, just talking, just having a great time. Then they get into deeper things, obviously. But yeah, this is a show that I definitely root for and want not just the characters, but the show itself to win and to do as many seasons as they want to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the K series or K shows are phenomenal stuff. We saw how big Squid Games was.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was like a global phenomenon. And there are so many shows out there, like it, and they're all over now, which I love. They're all over streaming. They're on, I want to say every streaming platform that I can think of. Paramount Plus has some,
Hmm.
which is
Amazon.
surprising. Amazon has some. Netflix obviously has some. Hulu has some, and I believe HBO has some as well as some Japanese dramas and shows as
Yeah.
well. So there's a wonderful mix of stuff out there. So yes, go check out Bloodhounds. Um, yeah, it's definitely well worth it. Well worth it.
Yeah. When he starts doing like this,
When he started doing like
like
this,
this,
like it, I was like, and my man was looking at him like, wait, what the?
right.
And he said, well, I don't really use my right. And he was like, why not? Oh, because I could knock at anybody with my left. And he was like, are you showing off? He was like, no, so I've never had to use my right. He's like, oh yeah, so you are showing off. That's literally what you just did was show off. And when he starts doing that dip,
Yes.
I
Yeah.
was like, the
It's
minute
over.
the minute he started, but it almost the way it looks almost like an anime, like a manga, like a manhwa.
Hmm.
With that move and the way he was doing it was like he was having the whole chart in his head,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
diagram of how to get in there. Because if you see somebody doing this, you automatically know, no, I ain't down with that. I don't know
No,
what's
I'm
about to
walking
happen here.
away.
Nope,
I'm
I'm
walking
good.
away.
You know what? My fault. As a grown man, my bad. Oh, all right. Let me
Yeah.
get that burger for you. My bad. That's it. So yeah, this is definitely a show to check out. Bloodhounds on Netflix season 1 and 2.
Mhm.
So next up, another show to check out, which is in its second season. Well, it's second sequel series, I guess. I don't know. Would be Daredevil Born Again. So at the end of season 1, Kingpin won. He is now mayor. And he has created the uh, ATVF, anti-vigilante. No, excuse me.
A
AVT, anti-vigilante task
task
force.
force. Yep.
Apologize, folks. It's a lot of letters there. And, yeah,
Sorry.
and they're going. Yeah, they're definitely going after that type of vibe, and he has them out there going after anyone who he feels is a vigilante or anyone who even tries to help people in
Yeah.
general. And they go through that. And then season 2, Matt Murdock is underground. He and Karen, spoiler alerts, are underground and they're back together. Foggy is not around. Fisk is in office along with Vanessa. My dear Vanessa, when I was a boy, my father, I've never, and I'm not trying to, Mr. Knopfler does such a great job. And when he's not as like Fisk, he looks like such a different person. Even like the way he holds himself, his posture and his body and everything is so different. I love the way he acts. He's such a chameleon powerhouse of an actor, not just because of his size, but because of how he acts. It's so amazing. But in this season, they're getting a rebellion together, almost a resistance, which has been a key word for the year of 2026. And let's see, episode 5, I believe, comes out this evening. I want to say, yeah. I'm up to episode 4. I just started.
Okay, so it's already out.
Yeah, it's already out. Yeah,
yeah.
it's up to season 5. I want to say tonight. And there's a lot of, and the whole the mayoral, his cabinet and everything are with him, but not really with him as far as how he has taken over the city. He has a curfew going. Any vigilante, any mask, anything will be taken into custody. If you are thought to have been helping, you are taken into custody. A lot, and the way they have kind of the propaganda of these videos showing, oh, well, New York looks like a great place, the way it looks. And I love how it's shot, where they'll show you the video where someone's like, I think Fisk is doing a great job. And they have people of all colors too saying it, which I think is a very important key thing there too. Like, oh, I think the city is great. Fisk is doing a great job. I mean, crime is down. I haven't had to be scared when I go out at night. Meanwhile, you have the anti-vigilante task force walking around with their suits, and they have the Punisher logo on there as well, which is obviously not to the first season, but also not to cops that walk around with the Punisher logo, knowing full well that the Punisher would not be a fan of that at all. One of the things I love about the season is that Daredevil is getting shine. He's also wearing the black suit, which we know when he wears the black suit, things have gone all to hell. Because when he gets the black suit, the hand is involved. There's all types of shenanigans. But something else that I enjoy are Bullseye has a bit more of a shine on him, and it's great. He's coming off as this, not even an anti-hero, but like a villain who's trying to be a good guy, but not doing it at all well, in the most bizarre way, almost not on a psychopathic level, but almost a Deathstroke-esque. Yeah. Deathstroke is one of the worst guys ever because he has no moral compass at all. But and obviously this harkens so much and mirrors so much of what's happening in America and society now, where Fisk is obviously Trump, but much smarter and much more coherent. And the anti-vigilante task force is mirroring ICE. When one episode, they actually have people in cages. Yeah. And they're saying, well, I've been locked. And one of the characters, and it's a key character that will come up, and he'll say, I've been here for 9 months. I've been in the same suit. And these are stories that are real. The thing that we're hearing about people who have been released now, they've been in these internment camps. Let's call it what it is. Detention center. This is a school. Internment camps. Concentration camp even, where they've been in there for almost a year, which is mind-boggling. Yeah. But the way it mirrors it, but still gives a bit of a superhero twinge, but it's more about that story and how do we save New York. I will say one of the people who truly shines in this show is Michael Gandolfini, James Gandolfini's son, who played Tony Soprano in All the Saints
of Newark.
Yeah, Saints of
Newark, I think.
He definitely has outgrown the shadow of his father.
Yeah.
In this series, he's a character that his character is when he's the deputy mayor, and he's the deputy mayor. He's in charge of communications, I want to say.
Yeah.
You automatically look at him when he's in the scenes, not just because of his lineage, but because he's got the chops and he's got it there. You automatically look at him. The way he moves, the way he holds himself, the way he even speaks. He comes up as this sniveling kind of cowardly, weaselly character, which he is, but he plays it so well.
Yeah.
The cast of such, and even the guy playing Bullseye, forget his name. This latest episode was very, you see his morning routine and you're like, this doesn't make it. This doesn't seem right at all. This is not right, because it's so, yeah. Just watch it. But this is a very good. I enjoy the fact that this is also just mirroring what's happening right now, and it's getting so deep. So yeah, definitely check out Daredevil, Daredevil, Born Again season 2 on Disney Plus. It's definitely well worth it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And next up for Robert, a convention that's definitely worth it.
Yep. The Black Atlanta Comic Expo. Yeah, we are apparently. I'm losing my my voice is cracking.
Same thing was going on with me, man. I was like, damn.
But yeah, on November 31st and actually October 31st and November 1st, the Black Atlanta Comic Expo will be held. And it will be held in Atlanta at, I'm trying to get this location right, but it's looking like because I don't want to just give you a street address.
It's looking like go over and just be sitting there waiting, like,
Crown
Robert
Plaza,
told me.
Crown Plaza, Atlanta, and Norcross, Georgia. So it's going to be off of Peachtree Industrial Boulevard, 6050 Peachtree Industrial Boulevard. So, yeah, as it says, join us October 31st or November 1st to celebrate Black comic, manga, cosplay, anime, fantasy, and gaming fandoms. We've had various conventions down here. Shout out to Atlanta Science Fiction and Fantasy Expo. Shout out to OnyxCon. And but it never hurts to have another convention, here in Atlanta, my adopted home. We are a nexus for geekdom with events like Dragon Con, Hollywood, the Hollywood of the South, and a bunch of other DreamHack. I am thinking about a convention and I'm forgetting it. MomoCon. So we are a nexus for geekdom, but especially Black geekdom, because we are home to artists like Marcus Williams, illustrator and writer. Co-creator of Tuskegee Years, Popeye. He's worked on Young Love, worked for Marvel Comics, and just giving an idea of some of the guests that are going to be here. Dawood Anyabwile, if this comes up. Okay, this is great. Dawood Anyabwile, co-creator of Brother Man, and yeah, this is delayed today. This is great. Brother Man, I think he's working on Ianu, a bunch of other titles, and then also actually he's worked on Ianu, Crossover, Victory Stand, Muhammad Ali, and Monster. And then the first announced creator who's going to be there is Stephanie Williams, creator of Roots of Madness. Actually, we've spoken about many of her books on this show, and hopefully I can bring this up. There we go. Just released, I think a couple of months ago, There's a Destiny, Star Trek, Monarch, Nubia, Temporal, and the most recent, the Dakota Incident. I always forget the full title. But all that to say, the expo is looking like it's about to be stacked with the amount of the talent that's going to be there. They just released artist application forms where you have until April 30th. I'll repeat that, to submit your application to get a spot, apply for a spot at the Black Atlanta Comic Expo for Artist Alley. And it just, that's all the information right now that we have. But in the coming months, there's a lot of time between now and October. We should be getting more information. I know we'll talk more about this, but the convention was announced, I think like last week or the week before last. So it is definitely in the beginning stages, but I personally am hyped because Norcross is within 30 to 40 minutes of driving, and I will definitely be there. Just trying to figure out, just get things set up. So I need to submit the application myself, but all in all, I am hyped because it has been a while since we have had a kind of a Black focused convention in Atlanta, at least one that's looking like it's going to be a pretty sizable con. So shout out to Greg Burnham and all the people behind this who are organizing it. And it never hurts to have another convention to go and geek out at. But yeah, that's, like I said, with lineup like this so far, I can only imagine what we're going to be. Who else is going to be showing up at the convention.
It's just like a stacked roster. Another show to go to. It's great to have another venue for creatives to go to. Excuse me, and to be able to just be out there and having like a nice stacked roster of names that names that you don't know, but that you're going to fall in love with once you are there and you leave the show, which is always exciting. So yes, this is going to be another, and this is the first time for this one, correct?
Yeah, this is the inaugural year. This is I think on both mainstream and indie and just all across the board, this could be like a big event. Like I really do think that it could be a big event, and I'm happy that we're getting more options like this nationwide. So, but yeah. So get hyped.
Oh, nice. And last but not least, definitely Saturday AM. Maybe last year or so, I want to say, Robert, you were talking about I remember which one it was that you were talking about for
Clock Strikers.
Yeah, Clock Strikers, and I want to say Apple Black as well.
Apple Black, yeah. Actually, yeah.
Apple Black as well, yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, now Saturday AM, as I was just going through some of my reading stuff and seeing what was there, Saturday AM is now on Kindle Comixology.
Oh wow!
So they've made that leap from there, which is great. You can go on there, check out all the stuff, type in Saturday AM, and you will be able to go look through all the stuff they've got going on, which is great. I love seeing all their manga up, everything, because about the author. Saturday AM is the leading diverse manga brand since 2013, with a collection of exclusive series and creators from over 6 continents and fans from over 60 countries. Saturday AM and its spinoff brand, Saturday PM, Saturday Brunch, and Saturday Afternoon. I actually love that they're using all the timetables and even food things. I actually love that. So you get to check them out, what have you. One of the most popular ones that they just got on here now, since they have been on here for very long, is they have one that's Orisha, Volume 1 with Great Power. It's a manga, and it's on sale right now on Kindle for $2.51. Normally it's $14. So when I saw that, I was like, okay, so I'll just click it. And it made me happy to see them not only being on their site, but also going to a wider branch. I hope they go to Global Comics, and I hope they go to Neon Ichiban. The only downside with Neon Ichiban is that they still don't have an app for Google user or Android users. Android users, I should say. They still don't have that, unfortunately. But what you can do is what they have is Saturday AM has their own app as well. As I was perusing their website, they have their own app as well, which I actually love for them. I think that's beautiful for them. Like, you can go on here, you can read online as well, but they do have an app which is for Apple and Android Google users. You can go on there, check everything out, check their books out. They've got stuff on webtoons. They have apparel as well. And I was searching through some of the apparel. I was like, damn, this is hot. I saw a couple of hats. I was like, damn, it's scared to be too warm for these hats now, but I want these hats, which is great. I love, as someone who's getting more into anime, more into manga, and manga that I'm able to read where it goes from left to right. Where it goes from right to the Western.
The West. So I guess the Western, I guess left to right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Which is easier for me. The other way just kind of confuses me a little bit. It throws me off, and I get stories wrong. It just doesn't work for my brain, what have you. My brain can do a multitude of things, but that is something that it just doesn't work out for them. I love seeing them, again, branching out, not just having your own app, but having your website, having them be able to read online, but then going on to larger platforms. And those larger platforms are going to bring people to your sites, which, like it did with me. already knew about the site because of what Robert came like last year was telling us all about it. But now the fact that they're here and they've got every manga, every series all in one spot on their app as well. So
Yeah.
if you've got Kindle, you can rock with that if you want to go with that. If you want to get direct from the source, which I love as well, you can go right to Saturday AM app, get it, love it, lock it down. Excuse me, I'm yawning. It's been a long day. And it's time for me to just knock it down and read. Also, this heat does not do well for me staying up. It does not work out well. This is not. So yeah, congratulations to Saturday AM. This is someone else who I want to actually get in contact with because I'm going to be reading Orisha. I'm saving that for this weekend because I'll be on a train.
Yes.
And I've got this. I've got Something is Killing the Children. I've got Miles
Ooh.
Morales Spider-Man, the Ziegler run, which is actually beautiful. I've got Deathstroke. I've got I Medusa. I've got a plethora of items to read. Like I've got a stacked. My tablet is stacked on things to read. So congratulations to them. Absolutely love that. Go with it. And that's everything for us this week. But I do want to say something really quick. Congratulations. The Zelda Awards were this past Saturday. Congratulations to all the nominees, the winners. You did a phenomenal job in your works. Absolutely. The creatives were so incredible. The feedback in there was so positive, so much love in the chat. And congratulations and shout out to the crew
Yeah.
in front of the camera and behind the camera. Carla and her crew did such an incredible job. Our sponsors were phenomenal. Dr. Angelique Roche did an incredible job hosting the show, and it was just so cool. So congratulations to everyone. Nominees, winners, whether you were in front of the camera, like I said, or behind the camera, you all did such a phenomenal job. And I cannot wait to see next year because that was only the first one. I need more. I need more Zelda. I need big Zelda. I need Zelda to become so big it ends up being an in-person event, red carpet and everything. I'm speaking that into existence for y'all. That's
Love
what I'm
it.
doing. It was just so cool. It was awesome. And I was late and I saw M Shy was like, oh, I'm at the Zelda Words. And I was like, I just finished cooking and I was washing dishes. And I was like, oh yeah. So I had to grab the towel and like dry my hands, get my tablet, put it on the counter and plug it in. And I was like, still started doing dishes again. I'm watching. I'm like, and as I'm watching, so I dry my hand, type something, go back into the dishes. And I was like, yeah, I can't keep going back and forth like this because I'm gonna mess up my damn tablet. But it was just such a cool thing. Congratulations to you all. Seriously, it was an event that is much needed, so important, and cannot wait for next year and the year after that, and so on and so forth. So there you go. So that's the show, folks. A lot going on, a lot of great stuff out there. Oh, real quick before we go, Robert, what are you reading, watching, or playing?
I am reading the Terminus 3 anthology, and not just because I have a short story in there. I've been trying to play catch up with it. Playing John Carpenter's Toxic Commando, and watching, we'll talk about it next week, Stargate Atlantis. Stargate Atlantis on season 2. So doing a rewatch.
Right now, I am watching Beyond the Gates. Y'all know me, soap operas, and it's a black soap opera. Absolutely incredible cast, love it.
It's got 2 additional seasons.
It's
announced.
It's there, man. And I mean, I'm just so happy that they're there. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just so happy that they're there, and it's good. It's getting really. I'm sitting there like, characters I love, characters I hate, but I love the actors are doing such a great job with those characters. So phenomenal stuff. What am I playing? I actually either tonight or possibly tomorrow. I want to get back into Sonic All-Star Racing. I think that's what it's called.
Ooh,
I love that game. I love it. It's such a fun game, and it's so different from what I've been playing. There's no shooting, nothing like that. It's just fun. Characters. Yeah, just bright colors, just so fun, everything like that. What am I reading? I am going to be reading tonight. I think I might actually be getting back into Invincible, rereading that.
Okay.
Which is going to be kind of heartbreaking. I'm not sure. I don't know, maybe. But that might be what I'm getting into. But like I said, what I'm actually reading right now is Miles Morales Spider-Man. Ziegler's run is so great, and the art is just so beautiful. And I love Miles with anxiety and anxiety attacks, and that is just phenomenal. I want to see him go with the vampire, and then going to Wakanda. I'm so excited for all of that. So yeah, I'm just excited. So folks, what are you watching? What are you reading? What are you playing? What's going on? So on that note, look, Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, episode of the Hungry Bleak Show will be not live, it's pre-recorded because I'm not going to be around. I will be somewhere else that is none of y'all business. He knows. But yes, then after that, next week we will be back Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, anime and gaming, comics culture, the Hungry Bleak Show. All right, y'all have a very good evening. We are early, we are live, so I'm going to say just have a very good evening. Have a very good evening. Do your taxes unless you have the extension. Do your taxes. Go online. It took me about maybe 30 minutes. Then it was just a lot of stuff in between, but the actual steps were about 30 minutes. That's it. But mine is simple. Y'all might have kids and y'all probably got businesses and alimony and you got other stuff, but I don't know. Whatever. That's none of my business. Do it tonight. Unless you have the extension, do it tonight, please. Yes, and go read some comics. There's a lot of great stuff out there. Oh my God. Battle Beast came out. Go on the TBA IG and I made a collage. I didn't think I was going to be able to get that many pictures in the damn collage.
You're doing the Lord's work, man. I saw that.
I was like, I looked at it and I looked at my wallet and I was like, man. And I almost sound like Cedric's like, here we go again. I was about to go into it. That's it. So yeah, so that's it. Folks, enjoy your evening. Be safe. Drink water. Take your vitamins. Take your meds, whether for physical or emotional or a mental ailment. Not policing you. Just want you to be the best you that you can be. All right. Not going to be angry. I'm going to say the thing that I love to say because it makes me feel better. Do a wonderful thing. I mean, I still don't like him, but yeah, just do a wonderful thing. That's
it. That's it.
my blood pressure is seething. All right, y'all. Have a good one, and we'll see y'all next time. All right. Peace. Bye. Oh, I got to press the button again. Damn. All right.